The back of the gates. They're racing. He was about third or fourth last out. Ying Rising, California Spangle flying ace away fast, but here he comes. Ying Rising cruises up outside of California Spangle and they share the lead. Victor the winner, recommendation the next two from Satono Reve. Starluster's up ahead of him from Lucky With You. Lugal wide, then came Toshin Macau. Helios Express, Invincible Sage. How Deep Is Your Love and Beauty Waves is last of all. It's California Spangle leading, three wide Victor the winner. And right there between them, Ying Rising, and he relaxed beautifully. Then came Flying Ace, Recommendation, Starlust and Lugal in a line of four from Satono Reve, Lucky With You, Toshin Macau, and then came Invincible Sage. California Spangle has it by a neck. Ying Rising sitting pretty on his outside. Zach asked him to go now. He put half a length on California Spangle. Satono Reve, Invincible Sage, How Deep Is Your Love? It's Ying Rising in front. He's too clear. Satono Reve, Helios Express going great races. Ying Rising, he'll win it. Ying Rising has beaten home either Helios Express or Satono Reve. Then California Spangle, Beauty Waves, How Deep Is Your Love, Toshin Macau.
Loaded for the fifth and final classic, and away they go. Over a mile 6, the Group 1 Comer Group International Artists and Ledger. And it is Dallas Star sent on to lead from Al Kareem, followed by Amalok and Queenstown with 3 lengths to Illinois, followed the end of the first footing and a half by Crystal Black, and then Val Dadler. Leinster and Al Riffa is trailing the field as they race the end of the opening quarter. Al Kareem joins issue with Dallas Star, leading by 2.5 lengths. Queenstown and Amalok, a break of 4 to Illinois, and then Val Dadler. Crystal Black is 2 behind Leinster and Al Riffa, the stable companions. Inside the 11. And they're going at quite a lick in these early stages. Al Kareem and Clifford Lee lead by a half length to Dallas Star and David Egan. 2.25 lengths back to Queenstown, who's in third place. Ronan Whelan from Amalok and Russell Ryan. Closer than fifth is Illinois and Christophe Soumion. Together next are Val Dadler and David Lishka. And on the inside is Crystal Black, Colin Keane, as Al Riffa and Dylan Brown McMonigal relegate to the rear Leinster and Billy Lee. Little changes in the order as they come inside the last mile. And it is Al Kareem with a fractional advantage over Dallas Star, followed by Queenstown and Amalok. And then comes Illinois. Crystal Black on the inside of, in the yellow and black colours, is Val Dadler as they pass the halfway stage, the 7 furlong point. And going uphill, it's Al Kareem with the noseband. Just with the edge from Dallas Star. Nudged along 2 lengths behind them, and third is Queenstown. Then Amalok and Illinois now shaken up. Crystal Black next, then Val Dadler as Al Riffa moves on from Leinster. They're right up at the top of the track. Nothing between Al Kareem on the inside of Dallas Star. In third and driven is Queenstown, then Amalok, and Illinois has come under pressure, gets a reminder. Then Crystal Black and Val Dadler, Al Riffa and Leinster, 4 furlongs to go. Making the run downhill back for home in the Comer Group International Artists and Ledger. Al Kareem and Dallas Star now being pumped away. Amalok is improving on the outside of Queenstown, and the fifth is Crystal Black. Inside the final 3 furlongs, Crystal Black followed by Al Riffa, Val Dadler, Illinois has gone away from Leinster. They race to the final 2, and Amalok strikes the front of the St. Ledger, being followed through by Al Riffa, who's being finished into the race. On the inside, Al Kareem, followed by Val Dadler and Crystal Black. They race towards the final furlong. Amalok and Russell Ryan challenged hard by Al Riffa and Dylan Brown McMonigal, who lead in the closing stages. It is Al Riffa putting the St. Ledger to bed. Al Riffa for Dylan Brown McMonigal and Joseph O'Brien.
HKIR racecourse, they're off and racing. Early speed from Win Greatest pierces to the front. Satono Reve goes forward. Magic Cool shows dash as well. Big Caesar's up there with Legal, Mozu, May, and there's Pear Pollux from the widest gate, zooming up to be 5 wide. Back in behind them is Win Greatest. Then followed by Satono Reve, wider out Mamakocha. To the inside is Kanchenjunga. Then comes Toshin Macau, Drop of Light. Back to Number Eclair midfield. Well back in the run is Balsam Note, Travis Sura, Kitano Express off trail, and Suzu Halom is at the tail of the field halfway. In front, it's Big Caesar leads out from the moment. Up there running on the inside is Win Greatest. Wider out, cutting his pair Pollux. In between runners Legal and Magic Cool lost his spot, falls in behind them. Starting to come on is Asian Fencer. And also picking up is Mama Kocha. Along the inside, Big Caesar is tackled and taken on and past. Satono Rave looks the one down the outside, and Number Eclair's joining in as well. Number Eclair's coming strong. Satono Rave has it. Satono Rave will go on and win. Satono Rave and Number Eclair second again. Mama Kocha maybe third, but Toshin Macau flew late. There's a photo for third.
They're off. They race with a mile. Docklands is slow to leave the starting stalls. The pink cap of lead artist is the first to show. In the Queen Anne with Kudwar in yellow, Carl Spackler, the chestnut with the white face. Races in a prominent position in blue. Notable Speech is next, and then best turned out winner Dancing Gemini in the orange stripes. So Rosalian is towards the right, yellow jacket and black spots. Diego Velasquez, the extreme left in purple colours. Further back to Docklands, who's next to the blue jacket of Lake Forest, and Cairo in black and white colours is at the rear of the field. They're coming down to the final 5 furlongs, and it's Kudwa, Callum Shepherd leading, but a length ahead to lead artist running in second place. Carl Spackler travels along strongly in company with Dancing Gemini in third and fourth places. Diego Velasquez behind these, very narrowly in front in the blue of Notable Speech, and then Docklands from Rosalian, who races in company with Lake Forest, and the back marker continues to be Cairo. They're approaching the final 3 furlongs of the Queen Anne with the pink cap of lead artist coming to join Kudwa for the lead. Right in behind those on the left, the orange cap of Dancing Gemini. Carl Spackler is there, covered up his Notable Speech. Docklands making progress. Rosalian, one from the right in the yellow, beginning to launch a challenge as they head down to the final furlong now. Switching right over the far side is Notable Speech, Carl Spackler, but here's Rosalian in the yellow now, delivered from the back of the field. With him is Docklands. It's Rosalian and Docklands with the white sleeves, who's getting the better as they race towards the line and beyond the nod between Docklands and Rosalian. A massive bite for Cairo in third place. Notable Speech, Carl Spackler and Lake Forest behind those.
Who's this year's King of the Mile? We'll know soon because they're racing. Lazat missed it by a length, Antino missed it by 1, and Galaxy Patch is going to drag straight back to last from 14. At the other end, it's Voyage Bubble, Beauty Eternal and Gentar Mantar between them. Red Lion fourth, Lazat's a little bit wider, and then came Cheng Cheng Glory from Happy Together. Soul Rush is following Lazat from Antino. Then came Ramadan and Docklands. There's a line of 4 there. A length and a half to Taj Dragon, Beauty Joy and Galaxy Patch. Voyage Bubble as Beauty Eternal 3 wide looks to go right on with it as they reach the 1,000-metre mark, and Beauty Eternal takes it up. Gentar Mantar third, Cheng Cheng Glory is fourth, and fifth is Happy Together. 3 wide Red Lion from Docklands, Lazat 3 wide following Red Lion. Then came Ramadan. Next is Taj Dragon from Antino, Soul Rush, Galaxy Patch, and a length away last of all is Beauty Joy. Beauty Eternal the leader though, half a length over Voyage Bubble. Gentar Mantar's doing it tough, 3 wide, and Cheng Cheng Glory's had a good trip. He's now fourth on the rail from Happy Together. Red Lion, Lazat, Docklands, Taj Dragon and Antino. Beauty Eternal, Voyage Bubble square off in the lead. 3 lengths to Cheng Cheng Glory. Then came Red Lion, Happy Together and Soul Rush. Voyage Bubble is the leader. He's gone clear of Beauty Eternal. 2 lengths then to Soul Rush. Cheng Cheng Glory. It's Voyage Bubble the leader. He's 3 in front over Beauty Eternal, Soul Rush and Beauty Joy. Voyage Bubble's going to see it out, and he's going to be the King of the Mile. Voyage Bubble has beaten Soul Rush, Beauty Joy, Cheng Cheng Glory, Galaxy Patch.
Space Legend Restless off and racing for the Sky Bet Great Voltager Stakes. This Group 2 race over the 1.5 mile trip here, and immediately it's the pace setting Euphoric that takes them along, but also close up is Illinois in the purple cap. He's about 2 lengths down, and it's a 1-2-3 for Ballador at the moment because Los Angeles is slotting into third place. Then there's a break of 2 lengths then back to King's Gambit, who in turns a length and a half clear of Space Legend as the runners move across the back of the Naesmire, heading down now towards the 9 furlong pole. There's already about 7 lengths covering these runners. And the pace looks to be a pretty generous run being set by Declan McDonough on board Euphoric. Illinois racing in second. In the hands of Wayne Lawton. Ryan Moore on the Irish Derby winner, Los Angeles, who has to give weight away all round here. He's travelling ahead of King's Gambit and Will Buick in the red and white colours. And looking on at the rear is Space Legend in the hands of James Doyle. The runners now moving past the 7. And still the pace seems a pretty even one, a decent one, as they move down now towards the halfway point of the race. And still Euphoric galloping up by 2 lengths then over Illinois in second place, with Los Angeles right behind him in third as they take the turn which brings them down this side of the course now, and a run before they get towards the turn into the home straight. Behind Los Angeles is King's Gambit, who's always restrained in his races, up in trip today, and Space Legend looking on at the rear as they straighten up for the judge here with just over a half a mile to travel. Down the centre of the course here, Euphoric pressing on. Illinois travelling well in his slipstream, and Los Angeles is being given the hurry up by Ryan, but he is beginning to close on his 2 stable companions. King's Gambit is now shaken up by Will Buick. He's also picking up these leaders, and Space Legend is trying to land a blow as well. They're up towards the final quarter mile, and Illinois just hits the front briefly maybe. Los Angeles alongside him as the pace setter weakens. King's Gambit under pressure, but keeping on behind them down the centre, but he's ducking left-handed. They're racing inside the final furlong. Los Angeles from King's Gambit and Illinois with Space Legend on the inside. Los Angeles digging really deep as they race up towards the line from Illinois, and Los Angeles done it.
The Osaka High field, they're set their understarters orders off and racing, and it's a pretty good break. Desierto didn't break too well, but Sixpence did, and then Bellagio Opera goes well. Ho Ho Biscuits in behind is Ravel. Bulldog Hosh next, Cosmo Caranda off to a good start, then Justin Palace. Bulldog Hosh, Ekado Valtz on the outside, El Nassim, and Desierto has now made up some ground. Then on the inside then comes Justin Palace. Stellenbosch is well back at this point. Yoho Lake is second last. Soul Orients is the last one as they about to hit the 1400 meter marker now. Desierto it is that's found the front, under Kenichi Ikezoe leading out by about 3 lengths from Ho Ho Biscuits. Then comes Sixpence. Bellagio Opera is next. El Nassim, Cosmo Caranda. No great pace on here. Justin Palace is next. Ekalo Belts, Lord Del Rey on the outside, then Ravel on the inside. Karate never got too well forward in the end. Stellenbosch on the outside, and on the inside Bulldog Hush. And further back to Yoho Lake, and last of all is Soul Orients. So they leave the back straight behind them, and they're on the inner course here, and Desierto has got a nice looking lead here under Kenichi Ikezoe. It could be about 9 lengths, I would say, to second place Ho Ho Biscuits. Then comes Sixpence. Bellagio Opera next. El Nassim trying to take closer order, and then Cosmo Caranda. Justin Palace asked to get closer. Lord Del Rey, Ravel, Ekado Valtz, Stellenbosch still with work to do. Karate next, Bulldog Push, Yoho Lake, and Takeshi Yokoyama will switch out Sixpence from the last position. They head down the home straight now, and it's Ho Ho Biscuits under Yasunari Iwata. Here's Bellagio Opera on the scene as well. Sixpence with a lot to do at this point. Lord Del Rey finishing strongly down the outside with Soul Orients as well. Lord Del Rey, but it's going to go to Bellagio Opera up towards the line. Back wins for Bellagio Opera. Lord Del Rey and Ekalo Valtz possibly in for third. Very close at the finish there. Then came Ho Ho Biscuits on the outside.
At the 1.5 miles, racing in the bars. And it's a good line away. No early speed from Miracine. He's being hustled along, but he's gone back to last, and Ensued began well. Kaying Generation with pace, and outside of them is Last City Blanche Predaria punching up against the rail. Duboyana gets over behind them, and wider as Luxembourg without a fight down on the fence. Marquisat's wider from Giavellotto, and then came Continuous, who's gone back to be 4th last. Iracine is on the fence. The favourite Stellenbosch is 2nd last, and 5G Patches last of all. A round to go, and it's Predaria for Japan. Joined up front by Last City Blanche for Hong Kong, China, and Kaying Generation 3rd. Luxembourg is wide. He's 4th from Ensued, and down next to the rail is Without a Fight. Next line of 3, outside in, Marquisat, Dubayana and Giavellotto, and there is no pace on. A length away, Continuous from Iracine, and 5G Patch and Stellenbosch the favourite is last, and she's 8 lengths off Predaria, who turns them to the back straight. The first of the 4 Group 1s at the Turf World Championship, and with 1400 to go, it's Predaria by a length, and with the slow speed, there goes that Zany with HKIR Generation. He's gone out and around La City Blanche. Luxembourg, he's had to work wide without a fight, hasn't on the rail. In shooters next from Giavellotto. They were followed by Marquisat, Dubai Honor next. And then came 5G Patch and Continuous and Iracine and Stellenbosch's last of all. 1,000 metres left to go. And the leader is still Predaria. Half a length over HKIR Generation. Without a fight has crept even closer now without having to do any work. The Australians running third. Fourth and pushed along La City Blanche, and then came Giavellotto. Luxembourg doing it tough. Ensued next, ridden along Marquisat from 5G Patch against the rail. Then Dubai Honor, Continuous. Stellenbosch starts a run and Iracine's back to last. Predaria's had a charm run. He leads in the bars by a length over without a fight, who's come to second and trying to push HKIR Generation out of the way. Stellenbosch, Luxembourg join in, and then came Marquisat and ensued. It's the filly for Japan. Stellenbosch taking the lead. Luxembourg, Marquisat, Giavellotto hitting a gut next to the inside. Giavellotto has run past them all. 2 over Stellenbosch and getting home well. Dubai Honor. What a ride. Oisin Murphy. Giavellotto won the bars and beat Dubai Honor and Stellenbosch.
Ready, racing. Romantic Warrior was best out, if any. The inside Goemon, Maisho Tabaru showing his usual speed with Ghost Rider, who's looking for a rail spot. Then came Soul Rush from Liberty Island, just better than midfield, inside of Holloway Boy. Nation's Pride's going to be buried away the fence from Maljoum, and Factor Cheval heads back to the end of proceedings in the Dubai Turf. 1400 left to go. Maisho Tabaru is going to find the lead here from Ghost Rider. Romantic Warrior finds a beautiful spot in third. Bredaweg to the outside in fourth. From Nation's Pride, 3 back the inner. Then came Goemon, Soul Rush 3 wide with cover, and deeper out was Liberty Island doing it in a tough spot, providing Holloway Boy a little bit of cover. Up to second to last was Factor Cheval, and Maljoum is last of all. So off the back they travel, and they approach the 900-metre peg, where it is Maisho Tabaru leading the way by a length and a tail to Romantic Warrior, who's found himself up into second position. Then came Bredaweg. The inside in fourth, there was Ghost Rider from Soul Rush, and Liberty Island's now wide but with cover. Nation's Pride's going to need luck from that position. Then came Holloway Boy from Goemon, Factor Cheval, and Maljoum is last. Maisho Tabaru has rolled them along up in front, but they haven't gone lickety-split. 450 metres left to go. He leads the way, but Romantic Warrior now comes up and injects more tempo. Inside the 350, Soul Rush tries to attempt to run down the champ here from Ghost Rider, Bredaweg. Then came Liberty Island. It's Romantic Warrior having to work hard here. Very, very hard. A length on Soul Rush, who's going to challenge Romantic Warrior. Trying hard. Soul Rush dives tight. Maybe got there. Photo finish in the Dubai Turf. Soul Rush and Romantic Warrior.
Trackside, Romantic Warrior. We're underway in the Cup, and he jumped well, Romantic Warrior, and he's going to lead them down past the winning post again. Wingspan's come up alongside to have a look for the lead. Encountered Tastira wide going into the first turn. Nimble Nimbus down on the rail from Straight Aaron, and then came around that first turn on the fence then is Caliph, followed then in between horses by Liberty Island. And further back in the race is the Foxes, and last of all is Content running up the side, and the race is being led here by Wingspan. As expected, she's taken over to lead by half a length over Tastira running second. Encountered third, Romantic Warrior fourth, and McDonald's off the rail, not risk getting pocketed, and he's taken the great horse one off the fence. Spirit Dancer wider, and then came Nimble Nimbus and Straight Aaron. A length to Liberty Island from Caliph and the Foxes, and last of all is Content. Her stablemate Wingspan, she leads by 2 at a good tempo. Tastier is running second, Encountered run of the race third, and Romantic Warrior fourth at the 1,000-metre mark. Nimble Nimbus on the fence. Spirit Dancer 3 wide with Straight Aaron splitting horses. Next is Liberty Island from Caliph, the Foxes, and last of all to turn off the back straight is Content. Wingspan lead, 7:50 to go in the Cup. He's out by 2. Tastiera for Japan, second and counted third. Fourth, Romantic Warrior. Spirit Dancer next. Then came Nimble Nimbus and Straight Aaron. A length to Liberty Island from Caliph and the Foxes. And a length away last of all is Content. 500 metres to go. And leading for home, Wingspan. Tastiera, Romantic Warrior. He's come up outside the 3 from Spirit Dancer and Liberty Island wider out. Tastiera leads. Romantic Warrior. He's a neck on the outside. Liberty Island 3 lengths away. Romantic Warrior. He's taken over. 1 length Tastiera. Liberty Island continues to run on, but it's the Warrior, Romantic Warrior, 2 on Liberty Island. It's history at Sha-Tin. 3 cups. Romantic Warrior beat home Liberty Island and Tastiera. The Foxes, Straight Aaron. Then came